Hello friends, welcome to my program Colonel's Punch. I am Col DDP Thorat, retired. I fought the Pakistanis in the 1971 war. I fought them again for 2 decades of PAC-supported proxy war in Jammu and Kashmir. I know them the best. I know them inside out to the bones and their sinister minds. Well, my topic today is simmering. It's very hot. It's Baluchistan freedom movement. It's happening. Pakistan has not learned a lesson till now. It lost Bangladesh after killing 3 million Bengalis. It had 93,000 Pakistani prisoners surrendering their arms. What a shameful act. But still, they are continuing with genocides and killing their own people in Balochistan, Sindh, Pashtun, and Kashmir. Will Pakistan break again, this time into 3 or 4 parts? Let us see. It reminds me of Khair's poem, टूटा टूटा एक परिंदा ऐसे टूटा ये फिर जुड़ न पाया. क्या पाकिस्तान फिर उड़ सकता है? चले देखें. अब मैं आपको today and now I will discuss with you the map of Baluchistan. The area marked in yellow is Balochistan. It's pure gold. Its people are gold. It is surrounded by the Arabian Sea in the south, by Iran and Afghanistan in the west, and the other 3 provinces, that is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab and Sindh of Pakistan in the east. Therefore, it is one of the most major landmass of Pakistan. It is 42% of Pakistan, but it has got a very sparse population, just 1.3 crores. That is just about 5% of the total population of Pakistan. There lies the hedge. Then, as I've told you, this golden land is beautiful. It has got high mountains, beautiful plateaus and meadows. It is rich, very, very rich. Rich in natural gas, copper, gold, coal. That's how it is also the apple in China's eye. Baluch people are very simple, steady, and they are a martial race. They know only one thing, that is independence. They want to live independently. They have done it for ages. Baluch and the people are the finest lot you can ever find. Baluchistan was on the world map ages ago. It was recorded in the Greek history in 650 BCE. Then it was under the Chandragupta Maurya regime Then it has faced the onslaught of Arabs in the 7th century. It has treaties with Afghanistan, Iran, and finally with Britain. Therefore, this Baluchistan is times immemorial. Pakistan was just born in 1947. It has no grounding, it has no people. That's how it has no love lost. It was created by British and European people because see the landmass. It controls, Pakistan controls the gateway to the Central Asia, Northern and Southeast Asia. The Americans have used it time and again to fight the Russians and thereafter the Taliban. Therefore, it's a bastard child of US and Europe. Baloch was, occupied by Pakistan. On 28 March 1948. Remember, Baloch was independent before that. The Khan of Kalat had announced his independence on 5 August 1947. Thereafter, he had visited Pakistan in Karachi in November 47, and he was given a royal welcome at Karachi airport. Thousands had, come to greet a sovereign state leader. It is there. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was earlier the legal advisor to the Khan of Khalid, changed his mind. His eyes, sinister eyes, fell on Balochistan. He sent his army on 28 March 1948. There was very little resistance by the Khan of Khalid, whose palace was surrounded. But his brother escaped to Afghanistan to organize and wage war against Pakistan. The fight to liberate Baluchistan started on the day Pakistan occupied it, and it continues till now, over 7 decades. It has fought in 47-48, thereafter in 58-59 and 62-63, and the last, which still continues, was from 2005 till to date. It was the dawn of General Musharraf. Now remember, he had got a bloody nose in Kargil in 1999. He had lost the war and lost a lot of his pride. Finally, in a military coup, he took over from Prime Minister Nawab Sharif, and he had to do something. He was just looking for an opportunity to smash the people, whether they were in Balochistan or Sindh or Kashmir. Pakistan has never had any love for their people or land. They just created overnight. So therefore, they continued with the atrocities and genocide. It was on 2nd, 3rd January 2005 Baluchistan was on fire again. It was shaken because Captain Hamid and his group of army people had gang raped Dr. Sajia Kheda. She was a Baluch. And Baluch people were furious. They protested, burned down the Sui pipeline, Lahore, Karachi. Were in darkness for 7 days. Musharraf got a chance. He sent in his best army troops, tanks, over 5,000 army personnel with helicopters and guns, and tanks rolling, landed up and smashed through this region. Violent clashes erupted. Hundreds were arrested. But then, this was the oil region, the soy oil fields, and he had to go in for a settlement. The man whom he was going to meet was Nawab Akbar Bukti, a statesman, a gentleman. More about him a little later. He challenged General Musharraf's authority. Pakistan government gave in a little for a 15 revenue sharing settlement, 15-point revenue sharing settlement. But then Bhutto was not one, Musharraf was not one to let it go. He kept that in his mind. Soon after, in December 2005, Major General Dar and Brigadier Salim of Pak Frontier Forces were injured, and Baluchistan again lit up. 26 August 2006 will go down as the darkest day in the history of Pakistan, because it was a resurge for the Baluchistanis. I'd spoken to you about Nawab Akbar Bukti. He was 80 years old. He had been a governor and an ex-chief minister of the Baluchistan province. He was a big man. He was respected all over the world. He had connections with Europe, Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, Iran. He was one of the most towering personalities of those times. But Musharraf had his eyes on him. Since those soy oil gas conflict, Musharraf declared Nawab Akbar Bukti as an accused for leading guerrilla war against Pakistan. Remember, Bukti, his grandson, his son, were martyred fighting for Baluchistan cause. Musharraf had picked up the wrong man. A man was educated in UK, absolutely polished, a nationalist to the core, who had actually held Pakistan to govern. Now, the Pakistan army went hell for leather. They pushed Akbar Khan into hiding into caves about 150 kilometers from Quetta. The Bamboo Hills. It was at Kolo. Once they had come to know the general area, Pakistan Air Force bombed it. The helicopters strafed it. And then the army attacked. It was 1-to-1 fight. Finally, they blew up that cave. Nawab Akbar Bukti was killed in action. With him died 37 tribals and hundreds of Pakistani soldiers. His death was a new beginning to Baluch resurge of nationalism. It was clear that neither General Tika Khan or Musharraf could bring an end, a military end, to Baluch problem. Neither Nawaz Sharif nor Bhutto could bring a peaceful settlement, a political settlement. By now, the Baluchis had become wiser. They knew that Pakistan were sinister people. First, they made the Baluchis, who were simple folks, fight within their families, then within their tribes. Then they introduced the sectarian clashes. Pakistan introduced a demographic change. They knew that these Baluchis were just 1.3 crores. Say they pushed in 10 lakhs of Sunnis, Afghanis, Punjabis, and people from Sindh. Pakistan has been very clever also to see that this province is under military clashes. It fought the 10-year war by Americans, and now it is still fighting the 20-year war for Americans against Taliban, but actually killing the Americans. President Trump realized that over 5,000 Americans and British were killed. Not by Afghan fire, but more by Pakistan backstabbing. Baluch movement finally saw that they will have to get the military act and the political act together. The Baluch separatist groups were in many, but now they reformed and formed and remerged a more fighting arm. The oldest was the Baluch Liberation Army or Front. It now has over 3,000 fighters. It is led by Heber Murray, who in 1997 was a politician elected. He refused to sign the loyalty pledge. So he was a nationalist to the core. Now resides in UK, but he had organized and has a strong hold on his force. It's the most popular organization with students and educated people, both from rural and urban areas. It has also got backing of the Student Union of Azad. The other two is the Baluch Republic Party and the Baluch Republic Army. It is led by Brahman Dag Bukti. He is the son of Nawab Akbar Bukti. He has a great following and people respect him. The Pakistanis were against him and all the leadership. They killed many, but the organization remains firm. Bukti now is in Sweden. Is in Switzerland. And he now looks after the international affairs. Then you've got the United Baloch Party, the BSO Azad, is the Baloch Students' Union organization. It was led by Allah Azad, Dr. Allah Azad. He even had a big woman following. You know, Karima Baluch. She was feminist on Pakistan, especially for disappearance and genocide and killing by them. She has finally shifted to Canada. She is with the Amnesty International, Rights of Rights, and bringing the whole issue of Baluchistan on the world front. You see, Baluch now has this army, then army militant groups, and its political movement has also gone stronger. In 1973, as you know, the National Awami Party I had spoken about, though they were thrown out, but they're still kicking and very popular. Then we got the Baluch National Party, who in 1997 swept to power. I've spoken to you about Akhtar Mengal, and again he was dismissed by the martial law. The worst was he was shoved in a bar cage and convicted in a court. People of Baluch are not going to forgive them. In 212, Akhtar Mengal had said, he had met all those three, Nawab Sharif, Bhutto and Imran's parties, and had advised them for a peaceful divorce. He said, let's have a referendum for Baluch self-determination. Pakistan, political leaders in army turned yellow. They did not want to face the people of Baluch. On the international front, things were gaining up. Baluch problem had now become alive. Everyone knew who the sinister was, what the Pakistan was up to. The game was coming to an end. Pakistan was never a nation. It gave away last chunk of land in 1963 to China. And then again, it invited China on the China-Pakistan economic corridor. It actually sold out to 60 billion. It's going to go over to $1 trillion. But then Pakistan always gets into a jam because that land doesn't belong to them. It's Indian land. And they have no love lost for Pakistani people or its land, because these people and their reigns are centuries old, and Pakistan is just new. So the Baluch people don't support the economic corridor. Right from the beginning, they have attacked the people who are working there, the Pakistan army who are guarding them. On 23rd November 18, Chinese consulate in Karachi was attacked. Thereafter, on 18 April 19, 14 naval persons were killed. They were going in a bus on the Gwadar highway. 11th May 19, which was close by. Remember that horrible Pearl Continental Hotel attack? This went on for more than 24 hours. 3 freedom fighters got inside. They burned down both the first and I think the third and the fourth floor. The Pakistan naval officers, armed forces officers, and the Chinese used to stay there. It had 112 rooms. Many were killed. And it was a big setback to the corridor, economic corridor. Immediately Pakistan now put in a special army brigade to protect these Chinese. The Chinese in few months will now have their own cantonments. They'll have 5 lakh people staying there. They'll have their navy in the Gwadar base. So, Pakistan's sovereignty is going to be totally lost. And Baluch people are going to have their last laugh. On 9th February, the Singla post was attacked. Well, things are moving fast now. The world has realized the HR violations which are going on. 5 lakhs people displaced, 1 lakh killed, sectarian violence, 10,000 Shias killed, demographic changes, 7 lakh new people, Sunnis pushed into Baluchistan. HR Watch declared in 2007 that 20,000 people were killed, 6,000 missing. Akhtar Mengel in 2018 gave a list of 5,000 people who were missing. Well, Pakistan has raised thousands of skulls and bones in Baluchistan. Graves of over, large graves having about 956 bodies were found in and around the major cities of Baluchistan. It's a bad day, but well, the genocide, the Pakistan have themselves agreed to it. The present Prime Minister Imran Khan, in hundreds of speeches, all recorded on video, as I said, numerous times in his election rallies, Pakistan army is killing its own people, bombed own villages, killed or bombed 6 million refugees. Pakistan is hell. HR activist, the lady, Asma Jahangir, says stop treating Baluch as second-class citizens. Stop raping, burning, and dumping poor, innocent Baluchs. World recognizing, gave them a big blow on 18 June 2018, put them on the FATF list. And as Pakistan was not able to comply with the 27-point action plan to control terror funding, they have now extended it to June 2020. It's a big insult. New political change has started coming in. Prime Minister Modi of India on 15 August 2019 backed the Baluch people. Remember, Indira Gandhi had done it in 1971 and Bangladesh was born, Pakistan disintegrated. Will it happen again? Let us see. The Khan of Khalid immediately supported Modi and he declared independence in UK, saying, and even hold an exile council of ministers. Hamid Karzai said Modi was right. Pakistan must stop this genocide. Americans, howdy Modi in Houston. Trump was delighted to meet thousands of Baluchs, Sinds, Pashtuns, Kashmiris, all protesting against sinister Pakistan. Well, we'll now just come close by. Pakistan seems to be scoring self-goals again and again. On 13 Feb 2019, Sunni militants ambushed a bus in Iran, killing 27 Revolutionary Guards. And about 13 guards were injured. Imagine, Iranians are not going to give up. They already started blasting Pakistanis. On 29 Feb, Pakistanis militants blew up a bus in India, in Pulwama. 40 CRPF police people were killed. India struck back at Balakot, Pakistan terror camp, killing over 170 PH militants. So Pakistan is getting it in their face. Pakistan had their own Khashoggi. On 1 May 20, Safed Hussain, Sajid Hussain, exiled in Sweden, who used to write on horrendous pack, human rights abuses, killing, raping, genocide, went missing just before he had written. Sajid Hussain wrote, "Dead don't haunt me. The missings do. Just see his plight now. The Pakistan are murderers." On 12 May 20, Pakistani supported gunmen Thorat, a maternity ward in Afghanistan, in Kabul. Just imagine, 13 pregnant ladies were killed. 2 babies died. That is what is Pakistan. They did the same in Bombay. They attacked a hospital, Kama Hospital. But luckily, forces were in time and they pushed away. A new turn of event has taken place. Just yesterday, 25th May, Haber Mari used to always say that the Baluch freedom movement is actually inspired by the communists. They've always been helping them. And now, one day, the communists or the Chinese will help them. Help the Baluchistanis. Just yesterday, the Chinese ambassador, Mr. Sun, to India, said they are with they are with the people's movements. Now, what message does that send? It sends a very nice message to Baluchistan and the Baluch people, and a slap on Pakistanis. Let's see what happens. Gentlemen, Pakistan has lost its right to stay as a nation. It has mortgaged its own lands, sent its own people as mercenaries, jihadists, to fight other people's battle, watch other people linen, because they don't love them. Pakistan is going to disintegrate again unless they change. But they will never do, because they were never a nation. I'll again end up with Kailash Kher's song, Toota Toota Ek Parinda Aise Toota, Yo Fir Jud Na Paya. Jai Baloch, Jai Baluchistan, Jai Hind. Thank you, gentlemen.